By 1958, with communist paranoia at fever pitch, the CIA became convinced that the Russians had a new and powerful secret weapon. The CIA believed that the Russians knew how to control people's minds. The CIA turned to its scientists and asked them to find a drug which could be used to control people's minds. And in 1958, the CIA started a secret drug testing program under the catchy but meaningless name of MK Ultra.
All right, let's see what we can see.
MK Ultra was an attempt by the CIA to harness the power of the mind using whatever they could. It was mainly LSD, sound, sensory deprivation. They even tried clairvoyancy and psychic stuff. It was basically mind warfare is the new great battlefield of the Cold War, and we have to do whatever it takes to win this.
Oh, this is very enticing. I mean, the idea that you could give somebody an injection who had been a member of the KGB, for instance, in the Soviet Union, and he or she would immediately spill out everything they knew about the KGB's operations was just terribly enticing.
His motor coordination was disrupted because of the compound's effect.
LSD, PCP, uppers, downers, amphetamines, heroin and mescaline. You name it, the CIA tried it, all in the name of scientific research.
They set up this brothel in New York, and the customers would have their drinks spiked with LSD. They took over a mental hospital in Montreal and with the idea of trying to brainwash the mental patients. So they'd give them drugs and play them these noises over and over again.
The behavioral side of the research virtually kidnapped nearly 100 patients and subjected them to heavy doses of LSD, regular electrical shocks, and a football helmet clamped to the head, playing degrading messages up to 500,000 times, such as, "My mother hates me."
God, no!
The CIA think that they have a mandate to journey to the furthest corners of their imagination to try stuff out. We have the right to surround a bunch of people and treat them as if they were guinea pigs in the middle of an experimental lab.
Although they are clearly bewildered and perplexed by what is going on inside their heads, they accept this without any particular outward show of distress.
They lost their moral compass and turned into these experimenters. It turned in on itself and became dark.
It came to my attention early in my tenure as director, and I felt it was a warning sign that if you're not alert, things can go wrong in this organization, as they did with MK Ultra.
But after all those years of testing, the CIA discovered that the drugs didn't control people's minds. They just blew them.
They discovered through all this research that it didn't work. None of the drugs worked. They could confuse people, addle people, get them to babble. But in terms of interrogating them and getting reliable information, they didn't work.
I can't remember a thing. I can't remember. Come on, man. I don't want this stuff.
So for the CIA, the drugs didn't work. But some of the techniques developed in the MK Ultra years are still used today.
MK Ultra wasn't torture, but the way it lives on is in interrogation techniques in Guantanamo and Iraq. That's when you see MK Ultra springing back into life.